Greetings of the day. In this video of business finance, we will see somewhat the question of calculation of working capital management or working capital requirement with some new things added in it. The question says that a company has an its cost sheet as under it has materials 40%, labor and overheads 20 and 20% respectively. It has proposed to maintain level of activity for 1 lakh units. Its selling price is rupees 18 per unit, whereas the information with related to the raw material is in stock for period of 1 month, whereas material is in process for half an month, where finished goods are in stock for 2 months. Creditors has allowed a period of 1 month, whereas debtors has been given 2 months for their payment, and we are being asked to calculate the working capital requirement of the company. With respect to this question, we can see that there are two kinds of working notes which we have to prepare. First one would be the statement of cost for 1 lakh units, so that we can ascertain our total cost of sales. Second thing would be the calculation of works in progress. Once we would done with the statement of cost, then we will discuss about statement of what we can say works in progress. So we would start with the calculation of statement of cost. We have to again take three components with us. First would be raw material, second would be wages, and third would be what we can say overheads. So with respect to material, what information is provided to us? 1 lakh units into rupees 18 per unit selling price into 40% is the portion of raw material. 40% is the portion of raw material with us, hence we can calculate it like that. So or eitherly we can go that 18 into 40%, so that we can have our per unit amount, that is 7.2, or it can be written as 7,20,000, 7.2 into 1 lakh. Similarly, we have to move for wages 1 lakh, that is number of units, into rupees 18 into 20%, where the portion of the wages in totality, so that we can write it as per unit 16, that is 18 into 20% equals to 3.6. Similarly for wages, similarly for overheads also 18 into 20% is equals to 3.6, so that we can take here 3.6. Again for raw material 18 into 40%, that is 7.2, which we have already taken. We can take it like that, or we can simply do that 1 lakh, that is number of units to be produced, into rupees 18, that is the total cost, selling price, into the portion of that particular expense or whatever the thing we are taking it. Therefore this would be 3,60,000 for each, 3,60,000. Now we can make total 14,40,000, that is our total 14.40. Now we have our total cost of sales, so that we can use this information for the purpose of the calculation of working capital requirement. But again, as we can see in the question, that the information related to works in progress is given is that works in progress is in stock for what we can say half a month. At this point of time, when no information is given related to the completion of the works in progress, we would form what we can say statement of calculation of works in progress, statement of calculation of works in progress, statement of calculation of works in progress, because we have to take different amount for different things. So first of all we will take for raw material. What works in progress is said, the raw material is with us for half an period in works in progress. So the amount of raw material is 7,20,000 into half month, 0.5 divided by 12, as the information related to the completion stage is not given, hence it is usually assumed that we have consumed 100% of raw material, or we have used 100% of raw material in the production process. Whereas when we would go for wages and overheads, we would assume that it is being used at the 50% level, hence 7,20,000 into 0.5, that is half month, divided by 12, number of months in a year, into 100%, that is 30,000. As we assume that in production process raw material are consumed at 100% level. Second one would be for the wages. Again the amount of wages was 3,60,000 into 0.5 divided by 12. The period would be constant for all the three components into 50%. As the production process is going on for that particular thing, hence we have assumed that we have incurred only 50% of our labor or wages on it, hence 3,60,000 into 0.5 divided by 12 into 50%, it would be 7,500. Similarly for overheads also, 3,60,000 into 0.5 divided by 12 into 50%. Again we have here assumed that the overheads are consumed at 50% level. Once the process of the production would be completed, then the remaining portion would automatically added in it. Hence we can now get our total of works in progress, that is 45,000. So we have our stock of works in progress with us, and we can now start preparing for statement of what we can say working capital requirement. We will start with the same formula which we have used earlier, current assets minus current liabilities. First of all we would take stock of raw material. For that purpose we would use 7,20,000 multiplied by credit period allowed, the raw material is in stock for 1 month, therefore 7,20,000 into 1 divided by 12 is equals to 60,000. Secondly, stock of works in progress. Now in the earlier questions we have calculated the stock of works in progress in here, but now as we can see that we have different level of production for all the three components of stocks works in progress. Hence we have now our total amount of stock of works in progress as per working note 45,000. Third thing is the stock of finished goods. We have to take the total amount of cost of sales, that is 14,40,000 into the credit the period for which stock is finished goods stock is lying with us is of 2 months, that is 2 divided by 12, 14,40,000 into 2 divided by 12 is 2,40,000. 2,40,000. Now for debtors, again we have to take the amount of credit sale, that is total cost of sales, as cash sale is not given in the question. The amount would be 14,40,000 multiplied by, debtors are allowed with an credit period of what we can say 2 months, therefore 2 divided by 12, again 2,40,000 would be our amount of what we can say debtors. With regard to cash, no information is given, hence it would be taken as nil. Now we can make total of it. 5,85,000 is the total of current assets. These current assets were named as gross working capital. Now we can move for the calculation of creditors. Now we can move for the calculation of creditors. Creditors are the person from whom we have buy the raw material, purchase the raw material, that is 7,20,000 would be the amount for the purpose of calculation of creditors into the credit period given by creditors is 1 month into 1 divided by 12, it would be 60,000. It would be 60,000. With regard to wages and overheads, no information is given in the question, hence it would be assumed that they are being paid in cash. Therefore, total current liabilities would amount to rupees only 60,000. We would transfer both the amount of current assets and current liabilities in the second column, that is 5,85,000 and 60,000, and we would get our working capital, that is A minus B, as 5,25,000. 5,25,000. Hence, the net working capital for the company is 5,25,000 as the, what we can say, contingencies are not given in the question, and this would be taken as our answer. At the end of the solution, as what we have assumed in the case of working notes, we have to write it down that in absence of any information provided with related to the stock of working capital, we have assumed that raw material are consumed at 100% level, whereas for works in progress, wages and overhead are consumed at 50 and 50% level respectively. This was it for the calculation of working capital requirement. Kindly find the link of the question with the video attached in it. Similarly, this was done again, the exercise of the calculation of working capital requirement would be there. Kindly refer to it and practice as much as possible. Until then, stay tuned. Thank you.